What's good, yo? I can't sleep, man. Can't sleep either. Yeah, bro. I just got done watching the Spider-Man movie, man. It took me like 4.5 hours to watch it because I couldn't stop pausing it and screaming. You know, like if y'all know, they show so much truth in these movies, man. It's not even funny how much truth they show in these superhero movies, and it's just keeping me awake, man. Thank you for the gift, Dreamcatcher. If y'all haven't seen Spider Man, go watch that shit. It's like they just put it right in your face. Like it's just right in everyone's face. Like I don't want to spoil the movie for anybody who hasn't seen it, but like it's just like you know what I mean? And like the whole world watches these movies and like I think like they just don't like you know what I'm saying, y'all, for the ones that know, like they don't even realize, like they just think like, oh wow, that was a cool like storyline. Like they don't even understand, bro, and it drives me crazy, y'all. Cause like, you know, the newest one, man. The newest one, bro. All I gotta say is they show a lot of truth. But it's seen as sci-fi and crazy. Or it's demonic. Because the world loves to call everything that they don't understand demonic. Or they always love to just credit the devil with everything, like God doesn't have power here. Like Jesus didn't walk on water and read the Pharisees' thoughts and cast demons into pigs and freaking turn water into wine. Jesus was a superhero. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's always the devil. Sorry, y'all. I get worked up when I watch these movies. I get super into them, bro, and I'm very passionate about my superhero movies. That's the best movie so far of 2026, hands down. You haven't seen it? You need to watch it, MJ. Must watch. You got the same sunglasses? That's fire, bro. How you watch that? I went to the theaters, bro. It was just me in the theaters, bro. I had them pause it for me so I could yell and scream and punch the walls and throw popcorn everywhere. I rented the whole theater out. I just got back and shit. God bless you too, man. Yeah, you. If anybody in the truth, anybody who's aware, anybody who's like on a deep level with this stuff out here, and you understand a lot of different things, these superhero movies reveal everything, man. They really do. They always have. It's just getting more and more blatant and in your face. Like I said, I don't want to spoil anything. I wanted to talk about a few different scenes, but a lot of y'all haven't probably seen it still. And everything I discussed with y'all with mind control and frequency and tech and all of this stuff, you know, it's all on the big screen right in your face. You know they watch you watching at the cinemas. Nah, I don't care. Drink still reserve and crash your salvage title Dodge Dakota. I don't have a Dodge Dakota, bro. Yeah, damn. I spoke too soon, bro. That's why you was like, wait for it. And I seen that because like I was getting mad, bro. Cause you know, now I understand, bro. And I'm like, oh shit. That was the best movie though, bro. Hands down. That I've seen this year. Yeah, Spider-Man. Yep. Hmm. crazy, yo. I get super passionate, man. Especially when you've lived certain things and they put it on a big screen and you know that millions and millions of people are watching this movie. Have I seen Disclosure Day? Yeah, I watched it. It was good. Spider Man, hands down, though, over Disclosure Day. There was truth in that, too, though. You can see my phone screen on my sunglasses, bud. K pal. Thanks, pal. Yeah, MK Ultra is so inhumane. Facts. Facts. They like they put it like it's just, like I get it's always the motherfucking government, yo. It's always doing testing, getting in people's life, infiltrating people, doing and then everyone gets jealous, and all the people that aren't in the government call you the devil, and you're a demon, and oh, you're this, and you're because you're fucking different. You're different, you know. Like I said, Jesus was a superhero. Period. When he was on Earth, he was a superhero. That's what he was. He's God in the flesh. He's above that, but he was a superhero. Compared to the average person, he is a superhero. You know what they call him? A demon. They were jealous of him. They were angry. They couldn't understand him. They hated him. It's annoying. Am I a fan of? Yeah, I am. I don't know. Still don't know how to say it. It's either gyros or euros or yeah, but I like them. It is infuriating. Took me 4 hours to finish the damn movie. You bought a new do the other day. Your do key is green. Is this normal? I don't know what that is. Yeah, he was. He was. Jesus was the most powerful superhero to ever live and exist. Y'all gotta watch it, man. Go watch it. I'm telling y'all. Thanks for keeping me company too, man. There's not gonna be a lot of trolls on here either because it's super late. Have I ever ate deer meat? No, I haven't, bro. The craziest thing I've ever consumed, truth, bro. I know you like superheroes and stuff because I see you be wearing T-shirts and shit at times and stuff. Bro, you gotta watch it. Got to. Must watch. Craziest thing I ever ate though, bro. When I was little, I had shark. That's probably the craziest stuff I've ever eaten in my life. I had shark tacos when I was like 10. I've never had no damn deer though. And shark was I don't really even remember it. I just know I was at a friend's house and they were making shark tacos, bro. Is it good, shark? I don't remember, bro. I was too little. The documentary about Natalia Grace had you angry? I gotta look it up, MJ. I don't know what that is. Natalia Grace. Wow. I might have to watch this. Sounds interesting. I'll be infuriated. Yeah, I know. I'm already like, what the fuck? Just reading the summary. Ever seen Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts literally exposes MK Ultra? I haven't, bro. Y'all put me on game, man. Put me on game. It's just called Conspiracy Theory? It's a movie? Conspiracy Theory? Bro, I didn't watch a lot of movies growing up, man. I really didn't. She came out in 97? Hold on. I might have to watch it, bro. It sounds good. You're up till 5 every night is nothing. Yeah, I've been my sleep schedule, so I can't fix it. I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule for almost 2.5 weeks, yo. I went to sleep earlier. I woke up at like 8:30 at night or like 8 o'clock or something like that. Now I can't sleep. It's because I've been in album mode and painting and all this other stuff. So shout out to y'all again for keeping me company. Appreciate you, Cash, for the gifts, bro. Lighting up the chat. Yeah, I was a late bloomer for the Matrix too, man. Do I think being targeted is part of the end times, or is it normal things that people get involved themselves in this situation? Targeting isn't just because of the end times, bro. Jesus was targeted. You know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds cliche. Like, Jesus was the first targeted individual ever. Jesus, they targeted him, bro. So it's not necessarily just because it's end times or something that people get themselves involved in. You have to understand that there's a system that's been here, and they keep tabs and track of everybody, even in Jesus's day. There was somebody named Harold, I believe his name was, and he was already trying to kill all the babies before Jesus could even have a chance to be born. You see what I'm saying? He was already trying to, like, yeah, he's targeted in the womb. So he, like, this isn't, it's this stupid ass country and this world. It's been going on forever, bro. But yeah, end times obviously it's gonna get worse. They're getting ready to behead people for their faith and stuff like that. People are gonna be put in jail. People are gonna be killed. You know, and it sounds crazy to people until it starts to happen. Just like everything else sounds crazy to people until it starts to happen. But yeah, man, Jesus went through this, bro. They were already trying to, like I said, before he was even 2 years old, before he was even out the womb, they was already trying to murder him, man. It's a bunch of fucking low-level little demonic human beings that are jealous and butthurt and all feel like they're left out or whatever it is, and they all get their panties in a bunch and they want to kill things and be all butthurt and shit. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it, bro. Like, it's deeper than that, but obviously that's how I look at it, you know? They were jealous of Jesus, bro. They were like, this guy was already angry that he was being birthed in. He was trying to track him and kill him and all this other shit, man. It's sad, bro. Something useful picture into, like, paintings you posted? Yeah, I've been doing a lot. I got 2 right here. Y'all go order these. I got those 2 right there. If you want them. If Jesus came back, he'd be pissed. He alright, bro. He's pissed right now. He's operating through all of his children, bro. He's coming back with a sword, bro. he This anger that you see me exude at times, it's not just, you know, sometimes it's my flesh, but other times it's righteous anger, bro. It's the anger of God. You know what I mean? And yeah, he's not happy at all. Being rejected by the world. Facts, bro. Facts. Y'all get the likes up, man. Can you buy one of my art pieces? Yeah, hittahills4.com. Go to the painting section and click order, and I'd appreciate it, bro. I only got 2. I'll do a couple more soon when I feel led to. Like, I don't want to force it anymore because I've been forcing it a little bit. But yeah, man, they're available, and thank you. I think China's gonna really invade Taiwan. I don't pay attention, bro. I really don't. I just know what I know, and 90 to 95% of the population is not going to exist within the next 5 to 10 years. They're You have to understand that the whole planet is waking up and it's pissing these people off. You understand? They're trying to cause chaos and mayhem every day. And the less that it works, the more angry they get. And there's going to come a point where all people start to really get on the right track and start to understand like everything that's really going on here and the revolution, right? Whatever you want to call it. But before that time can happen, before we actually unite and actually do it, they're gonna wipe the planet clean. That's how it's gonna go. Unfortunately, and God's gonna use all of it. He uses the wicked. It's all prophecy, bro. But that's what's gonna happen. You know. Well, I'll be crazy until it happens. The Great Awakening. Yeah, man. My accent. You're from Australia, so yeah, I have an accent to you guys. Shout out to everybody overseas in here. Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. They've been doing, you know what's stupid? You know what makes me so mad, guys? They've been doing the same thing for 2,000 years. They haven't learned nothing. It's the same repetitive, like, bro, oh my gosh, you know? They target people who are different. They target anybody who they see signs of being, you know, they've been doing the same shit since Jesus was on earth, and they haven't learned. They just gotten worse. They just get worse and worse and worse. More testing, more silencing, more killing, more silencing, more this, more, and it's like they haven't learned anything. It's sad though, because they're, like I told y'all, they're just vessels. They're just Sims characters. And it's the damn devil's dumbass, right? And he just uses people like little fucking pawns to get his dirty work done, and then he sends these people to hell. And he's just been doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Like, that's what happens, you know? It sucks, man. Just definitely know the greatest superhero of all time, Jesus Christ. You know, if you don't know him, get to know him, man. There ain't nothing new under the sun. Facts, bro. How do I know? I seek the Father, bro, and I seek Christ, and I've studied and I've applied myself, and I received different insight from God in many different ways. And the plans have been revealed to me for quite some time. He reveals things to people that seek his face. You know? And I mean right now more than ever, bro. Like all you gotta do is like, you know what I mean? It's not that hard to put two and two together. Everybody can see what the fuck's going on. Yeah, United States of Israel, all this stuff is right in your face, bro. It's just they're not even, they're like, this is what it is. You know? And it's because we're gearing up, bro. 3 to 5. 5 to 10 is what I'll say. But 3 to 5 years. And if you don't know them, get to know them. You know? Hosea in the Bible, look him up. Great read. United Snakes. Yeah. Facts. You just woke up? Feel you. I've gotten clarity. I've been had clarity. Been had it. Trust me. I just gotta do what I gotta do to survive. We all do. If you know, you know. They said 27, we're done. I mean, the more that we wake up, the timeline can speed up. Yeah, exactly. Jesus come back in 5 minutes. You know, all this stuff can crack right now. You never know. But yeah, the more that the planet wakes up, the more that people are discussing this, the more people are standing up and they're revolting against the system. They're not participating in stuff. They start banding together and all that. Yeah, they're gonna speed it up, man. Trust and believe me, they will. It's just crazy for them, you know. It's Satan, bro. Like I said, all these government workers, all these people, like, they're just fucking little puppets. And it's like if they could just wake up just a little bit, if they could just have one little small revelation of like, I'm a temporary vessel living on this planet as well. I'm going to pass away and stand before the throne as well. Satan doesn't love me. This is all, I'm being used to destroy this planet. If they could just have some kind of small, things could change. But unfortunately, it's not how it's gonna happen, These people are completely evil, man. Rebuke this system? Yeah. No independent thinkers. Every life is predictable, everyone. Processed by the program downloaded into them by the Matrix. I hear you, bro. F the Freemasons. Feel you. Satan doesn't love anybody at all. We all do. We make sure we're surviving and our kids are too. I'm glad I can teach my daughter. Protect that baby at all costs. Shield her. Because that's the first thing they come after. For sure. These motherfuckers are all hail Satan. Yeah, bro. It's sad. It's so sad, bro. Like, they're gonna end up in hell, bro. Like, do you know how fucking sad that is? Like, they gonna be doing all this mayhem here, bro, and then they gonna fuck around and die, and then they're just trapped in hell. Forever. They spent 80 to 100 years doing all this dumb shit here, and then they're just trapped in hell forever. Like, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth it, bro? No. That's why I speak how I do, and I talk the way I do, and I expose the things I do, and I try to wake people up, and I'm arrogant, and I'm ignorant, and I'm angry, and I'm all these things, like, whatever it takes. People gotta snap out of it, man. Just gotta snap out of it. It's a fight daily, bro. Thank you for the gift, Bree. Pray you've been well. Doing well. Doesn't seem like a fair system. The system was never designed to be fair. She covered my ancestors, saying, please protect. Be careful with that. Cover her in Jesus' blood. Pray the blood of Jesus over her in the full armor of God. Every single day and night. And if you don't do it, I'm praying for your baby. So I pray for all the babies of the world every night. I ask Jesus to cover them and protect them with angels. Yeah, Saturnalia worship. I'm tired of living in sin. I'm going to dash. You're always going to live in sin, Legacy. But that's a good feeling to have. That means you have conviction. You're always going to be in sin for the rest of your life, no matter what. The only thing that makes you holy is Jesus' finished work, Even when you're not in, like, obvious sin, right? Like smoking on a vape like me or whatever, you're still a sinner. You're still going to sin, no matter what. No matter how perfect you think you are, or, like, you're still, your works are filthy rags. Like, they're, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's a good feeling to have. Like, you hate your flesh, you don't like it. I go through it every day. That lets you know you're getting closer to God, The Bible was written to keep the masses in line thousands of years ago. Evolve. Amen. Well, all in due time. I'm not here to debate or argue with you, but when you pass away and you meet Christ and you're standing before the throne, I hope he knows you. I hope he knows you. That's it. That's what I really hope and I pray. I hope he knows who you are, and you had a relationship with him, and you developed a prayer life with him, and you spoke to him. I understand the deception is very, very, very strong right now. And Satan's a bitch, bro. At the end of the day, he's a manipulative bitch. He's very crafty, bro. He's got everyone spun up right now. Except for the ones the superheroes. Praise be to God. The hot message is cool. Forming a crystalline, there's something that was cooling down. The Lord's Prayer, and definitely we all need the armor of protection. Yeah, facts. Here, I don't want you messing the vibes up, bro. We're doing a chill little late night. I'm gonna have to how I do this? Put you in timeout. We'll do a 30-minute timeout. We'll do a 30-minute for you. Did I ban the wrong one? I fucking banned the wrong one. How do I do it? No, not Alexis, man. Alexis, I'm sorry. You only got 30 minutes. You'll be able to come back in. You're getting banned for life now because you accidentally made me put someone else in freaking timeout. I am sorry, Alexis. I know you can still watch. You will be able to comment in the next live. I'm sorry. Just ban the other guy. He wants to fight about, like, I can't give him faith. You know what I mean? I can't do it for him. I don't know how to place faith within him. He's just here to argue with me, and I'm not dealing with that. I'll say a prayer for him. Y'all pray for him and say, God, reveal the truth to him before he dies. You know? You found out childhood friend went through some craziness like everyone has been affected? Yeah, bro. This testing stuff, bro, this government program shit, this gate program shit, this MK Ultra stuff, bro. It's not something that's just far-fetched. This has been going on forever, bro. Forever and ever and ever. And thousands and thousands and thousands of people have been affected, man. You know, a lot of people feel like they can't share their story. A lot of people feel crazy. A lot of people aren't here. A lot of people are strung out on drugs. Others are in jail right now. Some are in a casket. You know, others are in a straitjacket. Like, it's a thing that's been going on for a long time, bro. And what's frustrating, like I said, is they put it on the fucking big screen TV and make billions of dollars, millions of dollars, and all these people watch it. They're like, wow, what a great storyline. And it's like, bro, I'm fucking living that. I'm living that. I've lived through that. I've experienced that. You know? And that shit fucks you up, bro. And if you know anybody, just keep them prayed up and hear what they have to tell you, bro. And understand there's things that a lot of people don't understand. Gotta have an open mind and understand how wicked this place is, bro. And everything that goes on here, bro, is a real thing, man. It's very real. And you got to understand that when they target people, bro, it's not for one specific reason. It's all kinds of different reasons, bro. They keep tabs on everybody the minute you're birthed into this bitch. There's people who believe there's no such thing as good and evil. Yeah, I don't want to get into that, bro. You know, you can't help certain people out of their delusions. You know, there's nothing you could do but say prayers. For real, because some people are so gone, bro. It's so sad. So fucking sad. People don't care or understand what some people have suffered. Yeah, nobody cares, yo. Nobody cares, you know? Like I say, they don't care about none of this shit. They just care about fucking being accepted and having clout and money. And, oh, bitches and, oh, I got, oh, yeah. Like, that's what most of the world's on, bro. You know? We all have a role, though. You know, that's their role here. Unfortunately. We all have a position and a role here, man. Wicked Spirits in your town is known for gang violence, #1 in murders at one point. I feel you, bro. Oh man, did they cut the stream? Your body locked on your findings, your mind voice said he's covered in the blood of Jesus. There you go. And he was able to move again. That God stepping in, bro. Big superhero himself. You know? The man, the myth. Jesus Christ Smith. To care for the earth that sustains us and life forms that share it. This is a temporary world that's going to pass away. But yes, definitely care for the creatures of this place and do your little part. But it's not going to be around much longer. There will be a whole new thing that happens. You lost a friend in high school. He got shot in the face around 8 times. Dang, bro. Sorry, man. That's fucked up, bro. Ego, validation. Yeah. Fleshly stuff, bro. Low vibrational stuff. You can't even talk about high vibrational things around these people. It makes them mad. It pisses them off. Like, you can't even have like you know, real like big combos if they're listening or they're around you and stuff, bro. They'll fucking freak out on you. They'll flip out, and it's like, yo, you're not meant to be over here in this crowd. You're meant to be in your own crowd. We all have our own little sections in this place. You know what I mean? It just sucks because if it's your family, you know, usually that's who it is. Friends, whatever. You start talking about deeper stuff, and now you're going after God. You understand things, and you want to talk about it. People will fucking freak out on you, bro, for being a different person than they are or having a different experience and stuff, you know? It's sad, man. Have no butter until next Wednesday? Dude, give me your Cash App, Miss Kip. Put your Cash App in the chat. I'll send you some money for some butter, dude. I don't know why you need butter, but make sure you get like ghee or something organic, you know? I'll hook it up. Need some butter? I got you. Send you a little 10 or 15 piece, something like that. Go get you a little stick, a little jar of it. Yeah, big superhero. This too shall pass. Yeah, facts, man. Y'all go watch Spider-Man. ASAP. The paintings were beautiful. Thank you, bro. I'll be giving my all when I do them, bro. I'll be trying, man. I appreciate you guys. I don't feel that way, but if y'all really think that, I thank you guys. I'm hard on myself in everything I do, bro. I think my music's trash. My paintings are trash. Everything's trash, you know? But I appreciate you, bro. Everyone needs to give to rescue ministries, even if only $20 a month for orphans and widows and elderly and disabled. No, help people directly. Don't give to like charities. Help people directly. I mean, y'all do whatever you want, but help people directly. That's the best way to go about it. You have to understand everything's linked. Masons they got their hands in everything. Any kind of building or like organization, they're involved. What's the longest fast I have gone on? 76 hours, 3 different times. Then I've done a grip of 24s, bro. I've done a grip of 48s. But the longest was like, 3 days and some change. And I've done that like, I don't know, like 3-4 times or something. So the tree one again, you thinking of buying it? It's on the post, bro. It's on the post on my community section. Just go check it out. You can zoom in. Go to Hidden Hills too. There's better photos, bro. You can zoom in, look at it, you know. You made a list of things we can't make this weekend. I'm not playing with you, Miss Kip. If you want to put your Cash App, leave your Cash App. If you have one. Does my shit fit through your earring? My shit fit through my earring? What does that mean, bro? My finger? Need more rescue homes for women and children. I hear you. Favorite superhero? Don't pull that one out, bro. Man, bro, I got too many of them. Obviously, Strange. You know, the Doctor himself, man. I like all of them though, bro. Like I'm after watching Spider-Man, bro. Like I like Spider-Man a lot. I like Batman, bro. I like Groot. I like Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's a sleeper, bro. Nightcrawler's fucking crazy. If you know, you know. I don't know. I like all kinds of super. I'm a nerd, bro. I grew up on the superhero shit heavy. I'm getting back into it real tough as of late, you know. All these new ones coming out. We got Avengers and all this other shit. But yeah, that's some of them I like. I like Doctor Strange a lot, though, man. And then like DC, I like DC too, bro. Nobody taking someone named Barney serious? Barney? Who's Barney, bro? Didn't realize it was sunny indoors. Nah, I have to wear these, bro, because if I don't, y'all will see the electric eyes. They cut my stream off. They be hating on me so tough, bro. Let me know we're back on, because they cut the stream for a second, man. Take your glasses off so people can see you? No, bro, I can't. I'm trying to tell you. I'm not playing, bro. My eyes are glowing with electricity. And then if you guys make too many comments, God will strike you dead. I don't want anybody else to go through that. Nightcrawler walks with God, bro. I didn't know that. For a lot of years, you know, because he comes off like he looks like a demon and stuff. I didn't know that, bro. He does, though. He does. They got the Nightcrawler. Yeah, he gonna show up. I'm excited about that, bro. Have I heard of Richard Ramirez? Mm, it sounds familiar. It sounds familiar. The churches are corrupt, 100%, bro. They're the ones that called Jesus the devil. They're the ones that crucified him. They killed him. They called him the devil and they persecuted him. And well, yeah, like they're the worst ones, bro. Religious people are the worst ones on earth. They're even worse than the Satanists at times. You know, a lot of narcissists are religious, bro. A lot, a ton of them. There's a difference between religious and knowing Jesus for yourself and praying and reading and fasting and being enlightened and all this stuff, you know? They're the worst ones to deal with for sure, though, man. They'll be the first ones to tell you you're all these things, you know? Yeah, glowing with electricity, bro. Yeah. The Night Stalker. Yeah, no, I've heard his name, but I don't know. Troy Brewer Ministries are the best. Hallelujah. Thank God. That's what's up, man. Um, Richard R is of the devil by. Yeah, I've heard his name, I think, but I don't really know. I'm like I was shielded and sheltered a lot in my life, bro. I just didn't like I don't know. I'm not cool and shit. You know what I mean? I don't know all the stuff that I'm like I'm in my 30s learning about all of this mayhem and evil shit every day of my life for the last 7 years. But yeah, what color? It switches, bro. So it'll go green and they'll be blue and like they'll turn gray. Might turn pink. You know, it's kind of crazy, man. The Nightcrawler reminded me of the Night Stalker. Nah, Nightcrawler would do it, bro. Nightcrawler's a freaking. That ain't even a comparison. If the Night Stalker's a human, we're talking about Nightcrawler, bro. Uh, I'm from Cali. Oh, I didn't know that. Or he's from Cali. Yeah, I didn't know that, bro. You love pink. Facts. Me too, bro. I like all the colors. What the hell? How many people we got awake right now? 60 people up? It's crazy. Shout out to y'all again, man. Comes from their hands? That's crazy, bro. I believe it. Been going through it since 2000. You wasn't educated on the targeting and all that. I feel you, bro. The real ones that are really going through this, it's been since you were born, bro. Just like Jesus. You know, they tried to kill Jesus, like I said, before he even came out the womb. Same with y'all that are really like y'all really, you know, like you guys are really on that. And you've been that for since you were a baby. You were chosen since the womb and all this stuff. We find out later in life that it's been going on much longer than we even realized. It's all biblical, bro. It all goes back to the Bible. What's the Spider-Man movie about? I don't wanna spoil it for anybody who's gonna watch it. It's a great movie though. Shows a lot of shit and it was hard for me to get through. Very, very difficult for me to watch. You like my profile picture? Thank you, Brianna. They're rescuing people from human trafficking. Wow, that's beautiful. That's amazing. Support that 1,000,000%. When you were little, this government come to your grade school and do tests. Yeah, I was in the GATE program, bro. Pink drink, hearing tests, all that shit. Gifted, all that, bro. I've been to Mall World. Like for all the ones in here that know, I'm one of those, bro. I just don't look like it, you know. I play stupid. I act like the world. I've studied people around me my whole life. I've had to fit in with people. I've had to change my personality to be accepted and not, you know, in my teenage years and all this stuff. I was around the wrong crowds. All my friends influenced me. Dad passed away. Mom was on drugs. Yada yada. So a lot of people just don't believe me, you know. But yeah, bro, all that, you know. Yep. Yep. They tried breaking all of us, even in our youth, to begin the shatter and the split. They don't like my light being astral harassed is the worst. Yeah, bro, it sucks. Bro, go watch Spider Man. Go watch Spider Man. If you haven't seen the new one, bro, you know about astral stalking and all. Bro, it's basically, I'll just say this. I don't want to spoil it, but if you watch the movie Fallen, they basically use the same concept as in Fallen. Like in certain points of the movie, it was the same thing that Denzel was experiencing in Fallen when he encountered Azazel. You know, it's the same concept, but it's a little bit different. Like it's not necessarily like a demon. And I thought it was. That's why I posted and I got mad. I was like, I don't know what the fuck who this is harassing Spider-Man, but I'm getting mad. But it's basically the same concept. It's spiritual, bro, and it has to do with all that, you know. What's good, man? Do I have gifts? Nah, I don't have any gifts. I'm just like a stupid autistic kid that people hate, and they think I'm like all these things. So I don't really have gifts or anything like that. I just yeah, I you know I've been through a lot of stuff, and yeah, I was in the gate and all this other stuff. Not Spidey. I was hot, bro. I was pissed off. But then it comes from like I spoke too soon. I was an hour into the movie when I posted it, but then like the last half of it, I was like, oh, okay, makes sense now. I gotta watch Conspiracy next though. And then Truth says frailty. You've been saying that for a long time, bro. I keep this bitch on here so I can make sure to watch it. Yeah, I gotta watch this one too. I remember watching this shit. The trailer. I was in your dream last night. You was hanging off a cliff and you were there, but I didn't help you. I'm sorry, bro. That wasn't me though. These people manipulate your subconscious through frequencies, man. So be careful. And they can put anybody in your dreams that they want to. The devil can do the same thing. Demons and all these people, all these spirits and shit like that. So I would have helped you, bro. You know, so that wasn't me at all. Am I balanced with dark and light? I hate evil with a passion. I don't like my own flesh. So balanced, you know, I'm a sinner, bro. I mess up every day of my life. But I hate evil. I hate it, bro. Anybody that's just evil, you know, like just I'm evil for no good reason all day, every like I don't, you know what I mean? We're all evil. We have our own tendencies because of our flesh and our mistakes. But like people that are just evil, they just hurt others and do shit with intention, and they're just fucking twisted and demonic and all this stuff. Like, no, I'm not balanced in that. I don't think there's no use or purpose of an individual that's like that on this earth. I really don't. I don't think there's any use of anybody that's just intentionally evil all day long. They're literally pointless vessels. The new Spider-Man movie is realistic. The devil used people. That's why the Bible immediately I confer with not flesh and blood is a famous line from the Bible in Galatians 1:16. Yeah, bro, it's a great movie. A lot of shit, bro. They show astral, all that stuff. Everything that y'all been talking about in here, they show everything in that movie, bro. Even Spider-Man, he gets some, you know, his powers get activated, bro, on a different level. He starts getting overwhelmed and all this stuff, you know, like he goes outside, he can't handle it because his senses are too heightened. I don't want to ruin it for y'all. Y'all gotta watch this shit, man. It's fucking right in your face. Instead of listening to some crazy YouTube guy talking about it every day, just go watch a movie, bro. They put it on the big screen and make billions of dollars off this shit, and everybody doesn't even realize it's really going on. It's been going on, you know. But yeah, they show all kinds of stuff, bro. It's all spiritual at the end of the day. Yeah, spiritual narcissism, yeah. It's a really popular game from the late 90s that gives perfect depiction of God's chosen, the devil's chosen in the afterlife. Even talks about multiple timelines in reality. Yeah, bro, they put all kinds of shit. Cartoons, games, movies, anime. I just never got into any of it. You know, like I liked superheroes my whole life, but I was sleeping obviously as a kid and everything. I didn't realize, I didn't wake up. I was fast asleep. But it's definitely all over the place. And all of this stuff, bro. You just gotta be able to see it. Yeah, the gift of gab. Yeah. It's crazy because I'm like the most unsocial person ever, you know. I hate socializing. I hate it with every ounce of me, bro. But God, you know, it's not about what I want. God wants me to do this for you guys and others that come across my content and are not awake yet or they don't realize things. So I do my best. People are so weird. They love to watch us. Like that dude telling you got two paintings left. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, they tell on themselves all the time. I let them tell on themselves, though. There's no way that someone knows that unless they're using, you know, various different things, whether it's cameras, tech, evil eye magic. You know, that's what they spend their time doing here on this earth. And it's, you know, like I said, everyone has a position and a role, man. And I guess that's their position and role at times is to be nosy and a stalker and obsessed and evil, you know, and then other people are here to be the light. They get their narratives from us because they studied us, yeah. But like you said, bro, we ain't nothing. You know, this been going on. Jesus went through it. They did it to God, bro. They did it to God, man. Harold over here trying to kill every 2-year-old under the sun before Jesus can come in, bro. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's been going on forever, man. Studying him, studying all the others, trying to figure it out instead of just taking a step back and having a realization moment, being humbled, you know, and starting to see God for themselves. It's very simple what people can do. It's just a simple shift in the mind. The flesh is obviously going to act up, and it does every day, bro, but like I said, that there's positions and roles for everybody. Some people's role and position is to be an evil, nosy, narcissistic, demonic piece of garbage. And then they live here for a little bit, and then they go dwell in hell with Lucifer, which is fucked up, and it's a weird concept to think about. Because God doesn't want anybody to go to hell, bro, at the end of the day. He really doesn't. It is pathetic, bro. 100%. The Watchers? Yeah. Yep. Ancient spirits, bro. Yeah, focus on everything but themselves. And it's cool, bro. Like, I focus on other people. You know, it's not like I don't watch other people's content or I listen to other people's music or I'm inspired, but I'm inspired, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I want to stop them. This isn't fair. Let me ruin them. Like, that's not my mindset. Everybody watches other people, bro, because of social media now and whatever. Like, this is normal, right? But it's the lens and the perception you have when you're watching somebody. That's all it's about, bro. Are you being inspired? Or are you letting jealousy seep into your being and control you? Most people are experiencing that. They're allowing these emotions they feel when they're watching someone to drive them to become evil. I watch all kinds of people, though, bro, all the time. You know, not like that, like on their content and shit, whatever, you know, but I'm not over here trying to plot and like, oh, let me try to. Ugh. I'm not competitive. I'm not jealous. I'm not a weirdo. Like, I'm not a hater, bro. I don't know. I just never have been, man. I get inspired as fuck. I get motivated, bro. Big time. So much warfare and no solutions. I think you're done with God. Just a big disappointment. We've all been there, bro. God loves you, and I understand where you're at, bro. I'm not trying to be a freaking whatever you call it. He loves you, bro, and I know where you're at. You know, he's with you. Promise. Even when it feel like he's not, you're going to get through it, bro. You're going to snap out of it. I'll pray for you, man. Trust me. It happens to the best of us. It's because of the time we're in and what the evil is doing right now, bro. Trust me. It's wearing us all down, bro. But that's why what's coming is coming soon, you know? That's why the place is going to be scorched to nothingness. You know? Don't blame God for the devil's doing. Yeah, I mean, he created them at the end of the day, you know? Y'all know how I feel. I go through it too. I don't want to sound a certain way. Like, I just want to let him know that he ain't alone and Jesus love him. And he got people praying for him and he going to get through it. you know, and what time we're in, and what why he's feeling that way. But at the end of the day, God did create his bitch ass, you know, he did. You can't say don't blame, like, God is the creator of all. Not, it doesn't say God only created the light, or God only created the angels, or he said I created all, light and dark. I crafted Lucifer in the heavens. You know, I crafted the fallen angels. I crafted the Jezebel spirit. I crafted the earth. Because if he didn't, that means he's not the creator of all, and then we've all fucking been lied to. And that's not the truth. He's not a liar. So at the end of the day, you know, I have, that's the deep stuff. That's the real deep stuff that really irritates people, gets people really going. That's what gets you really targeted out here. Is when you start having those kind of questions, and because it starts to open people's mind up on a very deep level. At the end of, you got to think about somebody, like a painting is a perfect example, bro. When I start painting, I have a blank canvas, right? And I can design it however I want. I could use whatever colors I want. I could do whatever I want, because I'm the creator at that point. I'm creating, right? So that's where the revelation comes from. When I was sitting there at time, not with the painting, I had it long before then, but that's a perfect example. So when God was, before anything came into existence, he crafted it. He did. He's the designer. He's the creator of it. So and that's what starts to make me angry at times and frustrated, and I don't understand it, and I'll never understand it, because then people say, well, it's the balance, and you can't. No, he is the creator. That's like saying that I can't paint a painting. I could, like, I could only use, I could use one color, but people say I need to use two, right? Because people say you need evil with good. No, if I decided that I only wanted good, or I decided I only want to use green in this painting, I don't need to use any other color but green. I could have used that. I could have done that, and I could create an all green painting. You know what I'm saying? So God, when he was designing everything, he could have decided I only want to design and create good. He's the creator. Nobody gave him a rule book. Nobody said you have to create darkness for the light and light. No, he decided all that. You know? And that's why I get frustrated. And that's my questions, and, like I said, deep topics that most people don't think about. And those are things that, like I said, a lot of us, probably nobody will understand until, we experience the afterlife. Yeah, God let Satan rule the world, right? After creating him, you know? Jesus Christ is coming back soon. Facts. Yep. For the time has come to avenge my people, to ransom them from their oppressors. Isaiah 63:4. Facts, bro. I agree. Apocrypha of John. Yeah, I don't think I've read that. God is good, people choose evil. Right. But at the end of the day, you have to people can't go far enough back. Their brain is programmed. You know? You have to shatter out of certain programs by asking the questions and starting to rewind back time, bro, to the point of where, like, I'm just a creative person, so I can think this way. Like, I understand what it looks like to have a blank canvas and be told I can do whatever I want with it because I'm the creator of the painting or of the song or of the whatever, and I get to decide all of the settings I want. There's people that came in here, they design video games. They can when they're designing a game, and they can do whatever they want, and nobody can tell them because they're the creator. That's all I agree, though. People do choose evil and all this, but God created it. He designed it all, bro. It all falls back on God. Everything, all of it was designed by Jesus and God, bro. The whole thing, bro. At the end of the day, when you boil it down to nothingness, he designed it the way he designed it, bro. He decided, yes, I want evil with good. Yes, I've decided that there can't be just light without dark. Like, he decided that, bro. He came up with that concept, and it never will make sense to me. Because if I was God, which I'm not, and I never will be, I would have never in a million years crafted evil, demonic, demented beings that I then decided to give free will to and say, you can decide to torture and rape children and fucking whatever, the most heinous things you can think of, right? So that's the only, like, that's where I try not to go there too often now. I just be thanking God for the things I have, and I try to stay at a certain wavelength because, like I said, when you go as deep as I do, that's when this place starts to really fucking come after you, bro, because they realize your mind is not under a program anymore. You're able to think about things and put two and two together like a lot of people are not able to do. And that starts to shatter programmings and doctrines and control systems and all of this stuff that they utilize in everyone's life to keep people at a certain length and wavelength here, bro. So you don't get free. So you don't understand you've been lied to, and the concepts and all the man-made doctrine and all the things that people debate and fight about and all this other stuff. I don't know, man. I'm too deep for a lot of people. I've always been this way my whole life, though, bro. A lot of people can't stand me just because they can't even hold combos with me, bro. A lot of people don't like autistic people, too, because we always have the question of why. Right? Narcissists hate being asked questions of why. They don't like anybody that thinks deep or has questions of why or thinks, like, of concepts and all this stuff and has questions, bro. And this world is narcissistic. This world wants you to be told what to do and you just say, yes, okay. All the time. But that's not how my mind works. Love the mustache? Thanks. I'm not trying to have a mustache. I've just been lazy. Feel the same as difficult surviving in the world makes people appreciate God and good people. Yeah, facts. Facts, bro. He didn't say he had to give the fallen free will after Adam and Eve. It makes sense to see where you go in the afterlife. He's the designer, bro. To him, it clearly made sense, right? But see, in my little finite mind as a man, I'm just expressing. We're having a combo, right? I don't. None of that makes sense to me. But he's the designer, bro. He designed it. He said, yeah, let's create Satan and fallen angels and let's cast them down after they rebel against me. And then I'm going to put women, men, and children on an earth with them. And then they're going to have to go through like, he's the designer, bro. That's all I'm saying, I'm not saying anything that isn't facts, right? If you have a canvas and you want to paint, you get to decide, like I said, whatever you want to do. If you're making a song, a video game, I don't care what it is, a pizza, it doesn't fucking matter, bro. You get to create it how you want, and you get to dictate and decide every rule and everything, how it goes. And that's what people don't understand. And they get angry, like I said, because there's doctrines here to control the masses, bro. They don't want your mind to be free. They don't even like you to be able to hold conversations, bro. They don't even want you, like I said, they don't even like if you have a question, right? Just a question will piss off the whole planet because there's so many people that have fallen under this, control. You must ask. Yeah, seek and knock, bro. Yep. You're being hunted all the time, walking in the store, get you harassed. Yeah, bro, you a real one, man. You got that 333 in name too, bro. You know what's going on, man. Yep. And I hate it for people who are really going through. In Sunday school, they couldn't answer your questions. Right. Right, bro. That's why we got to go to God personally, And I still haven't got answers from God on certain things, and I don't think I ever will. My questions are too fucking deep. I've asked them all the time, God, why did you think that it was why was your concept that darkness needed to exist with light when you see what darkness has done over 2,000 years to the light, to the innocence and the purity of this world, right? And I've asked all these questions, bro. Why did you feel like it was a good idea to design Lucifer in the heavens knowing he was going to rebel because you're all knowing? Why did you think it was a good concept to create a fallen angel entity and that has free will to rebel against you and get sent down to another creation you made? Like, I don't, I'll probably never get those answers, bro, while I'm on Earth. And nobody has the people just have like a half-ass answer. I listen to people talk at times. They try to break it down. They have finite minds. They're all men and women at the end of the day, and they do their best. And I try to listen. But at the end of the day, I haven't had a solid answer. Lucifer wanted more when he had it all, and soon he will be destroyed forever. I agree, bro. He designed it that way. That's all I'm saying. He had to test us. He didn't have to. You see what I'm saying? He didn't have to. He he he's the creator. He didn't he does bro, y'all have to get where I'm at, you know? Like I'm trying to pull y'all where I'm at. Like, are you guys creative in here? Do you guys create anything? Is anybody in here commenting? Do you guys do anything creative? I don't care what it, bro. It can be fucking origami. I don't care what it is. Have you ever been in a position in your life where you can create something from scratch? Right? And you realize that you are the deciding factor of how it goes and all of it, right? And if you don't, then you probably won't be able to get to where I'm at. So like I hear what you're saying. You say he had to test us. No, no, no. He decided that that's the way he wanted it to go. See what I'm saying? He decided that, bro. It is what it is. Super creative. Dope, bro. Keep creating too. You can't sleep. I think those watcher things when you sleep and God keeping us awake away from them. Don't feed on us. Yeah, God has people up at different times for many different reasons. Just make sure you pray. There's all kinds of shit happening. Used to write songs. Okay, Legos. Right. So you understand. You understand what it means to be in a position of being the creator of even just something small, minuscule. Nobody gets to decide and tell you, well, you have to do it this way or this. No, you get to decide that, you know? And there's certain concepts that God has created that I don't understand. That's all. You'll never get the answers, and every debate speaker that answers it gives bullshit, pivotal, ambiguous answers that easily deviate from the core element of the question being asked. I agree. I agree, bro. Sometimes they do their best. I've listened to a lot of people try to break it down, bro. Nobody has the answers to my questions. Nobody but God. Nobody. Until they got stolen. I'm sorry, MJ. I know all about that. You don't question your creator ever. Well, hey, you continue to be who you are. You know? you can have questions for your creator, bro. It's okay. It's okay, bro. You know? I understand the system will try to beat you to a bloody pulp and kill you for having questions. I get it, you know? But it's okay to have questions for God, bro. Totally fine. We learn that in so many different scriptures throughout the Bible, bro. Job is one of the main ones. You know, and everybody will tell you you're wrong and you this and that and the whole time, you know, God is with the people that are asking the deep questions, man. He's with us. And if people don't believe it, which they haven't, you can fuck around and find out. I've been upset with God before, but keep talking to him. Yeah, bro. That's okay. That's okay. Many people were upset before with God. And you know, you ain't the first one, you ain't the last one, bro. It's the systematic, it's the God that the earth has created. Okay. All the little things, the stipulations and the rule books and the, like I said, control doctrines, and they're scared shitless of people becoming totally free. And a part of your freedom is actually asking those questions, bro, and expressing your emotions and being human and having the anger and going through the, you know, and not being scared of it, bro, and not being intimidated or worried what people like. That's a part of the freedom that people envy and get angry at. You're not the first one, bro, and you're not going to be the last, you know? You're an audio engineer and good at Photoshop, even was a producer for music project. Creating is easy, but doing it good is another. Right. I agree. Right. So, but you hear what I'm saying then. I could speak to people like that know what it means to create something from scratch. Nobody can dictate what you do and what you don't do with it. Nobody could have dictated God when he was in the heavens. Nobody's sitting there telling God in his ear, you must test your creation. You must design Satan. You must create the light and the dark. Nobody was telling God that. Nobody at all. He decided it. And my question is why? When he sees what has happened for 2,000 years. You know? If something ain't right, it's normal to question it. Facts, bro. I mean, for us. Not for a lot of people. Like I said, narcissists and yes men and people that love, you know, all this stuff, they like being told what to do and not having any real questions. Mom's children, you don't choose their personality. Where the Spirit of the Lord is their freedom. Like the laws of gravity is how we learn and relate. I hear you. Jesus was here and left us with the evil empire. Yeah, in layman's terms, bro. You know, your painting looks sweet. Thank you. You guys believe we landed on the moon? I don't. You ain't gotta say you got. I mean, maybe some people in here do. Yeah, Rockefeller said he wanted workers, not thinkers, and the world carries the same mindset towards the gifted they target. That's it. Plain and simple, bro. Plain and simple. That's what I'm saying. Just a question, bro. Alone. That's how free they don't want you to be here. They'll even persecute you for having questions for God, dude. Like, what the fuck? Shit is crazy here, man. People are so programmed, bro. You gotta understand, this is a system they designed hundreds of years ago. It's just been going on forever, bro, and it's been working for them and not working for us. So the more we question things, the more that we become free. Like I said, the end result is going to be them resetting the planet. They're going to end up wiping the planet clean the more that people wake up and have the questions for God and think deeper and break the fucking barriers of reality, bro. Like, this reality, you know, this little fucking fake ass shit that they've given us for hundreds and hundreds of years, man. That's all there's to it. He left you with free will to figure it out. Yes. You're not going far enough back, but yes, I agree. He designed free will, bro. He created the concept of free will. Why? You know? I boil everything down. That's what I've been notorious of doing, bro. I just boil everything down. Some people get stuck right there. Other people get stuck over here. Like I said, I don't expect none of y'all to ever have the answer to my question ever. The only person that's ever going to have my answer is God Almighty himself. And I know that wholeheartedly. It's upon us right now. Yeah. Epstein Island still thanks Jesus. Good job, bro. Way to take care of shit while you were here. Oh, yeah, you're being a complete troll at this point. I know you're mad. It's okay. There's nothing you can do to stop the awakening, bro. You guys are all, anybody that's corrupted in their hearts and minds that has evil intent wants to continue to get away with it or silence people or try to continue to run with narratives. You guys are fucked. You guys are completely fucking toast. Completely. Trust me. Do I feel like I've lived a previous life? No, I don't. I really don't, bro. I'm one of the ones that I don't believe in past lives and reincarnation and stuff like that. Judas knew he was full of shit. That's why he turned him in. Yeah, facts. I hear you. Everyone should be creating, and we live in that time, but it's behind a wall of delusions. Right. Right, bro. Yeah, he's trolling tough right now. Bro, he left us Eve worse off. Yeah, man. Yeah. Boots on the ground, King Shepherd David, man of God's heart, a warrior. Yeah. Every knee shall bow. Facts. Doesn't mean you can't have questions when your knees bowed. You know what I mean? People get pissed off when they can't control you, bro. They get pissed. This world gets fucking pissed when they can't get you to stop questioning or going, you know, your knee can be bowed and you can have a million questions while your knee is bowed. It's totally fine with God, I promise. It's humans that make you feel like it's not. Control systems and doctrines. Most people just seek control, y'all. It's what most humans have been designed to do, unfortunately, is what it feels like. We definitely did not build the pyramids. That shit was already here. Yeah, I'm going further back than that, but I hear you, bro. I'm talking about before there was even an earth. You know, I'm talking about before even the concept of the heavens was created by God. I'm talking about where it was just God. Just God. There wasn't a sun, there wasn't anything yet. There wasn't light or dark or nothing. Right? We're going way back, bro. Way, way back. Most people can't go there. I don't know why. The trolls will be bowing? Yeah. Thanks. God could have made this place so chill. Right. It's not all bad, but like, damn, right. That's my, you feel me, Dan? You get what I'm saying? He could have 100% designed it that way if he wanted to. Everybody wants to say, oh, it's Satan's fault and it's all Satan's fault. And it's like, yes, but who the fuck created Satan? Oh, it's the fall of man. They stop is what I'm saying, right? They stop. They get stuck. They stop on Earth, or they stop at the design of Earth. They don't even go far enough back before it all. Like, that's why I even said people get mad at me when I talk about envy being the root of all evil, because there wasn't money in the heavens. There wasn't paper. There wasn't fucking, they weren't buying stuff in heaven with money. So, like, I even thought about that way early in my walk. I'm like, wait a minute. Before Earth was a concept, there was no money. Why did Satan rebel? Well, God designed envy and jealousy to be a thing that you can experience with your free will. So, envy is the root of all evil, because Satan was jealous of God. Satan wasn't, he didn't have money in the heavens. You know what I mean? Like, and people get mad at me for that, bro. They get mad at me for all kinds of shit. I just try to open people's minds up. And I know my deep conversations can be tiring at times for a lot of people. And it is what it is. It's just who I am and how I've always been. I'm not here to be liked or fucking people please or nothing like that. I'm going to find the people that can relate and understand where I'm at with it. And that's just how it goes. Yeah, blank canvas. Facts, bro. How the chicken get here at first? Chicken egg come from? Think about it. Yeah, you know, it's a question nobody has answer to, too. Satan can't do much till you open doors in your life. He can't just kill you. Right, bro. Yep. God allows Satan to have free will. Yes. And his designing, and he designed. I don't think people even realize that. And it's such a simple thing to have a discussion about at times. Because I know for me, when I was like sleeping and all this, first coming into the truth, I still didn't even think about the simplistic thing, the concept of, wait a minute. Satan didn't create himself. He didn't just become, right? God did. God created his punk ass. And that did a lot for me. I don't know, it just did something for my brain when I realized that. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. He didn't just fucking poof out of nothingness. He's not God. He's not, like, he was created. And then that's when I started really piecing a puzzle together. I'm like, oh shit. But see, most people don't even think about that. Most people don't even realize that. And they always just they fast forward, right? They start on Earth, or they start in the rebel in the heavens or whatever. Like, I'm thinking way even before that. Like I said before, the concept of the heavens, God was still God. Satan was born with an angel heart. Right. Yep. Lizards look like a tiny dinosaur. Ever notice maybe we have more oxygen, we're bigger as we're lizards? Yeah, there's all kinds of questions and wonders and fucking different things that people are thinking about right now. I just always am stuck where I'm at, yo. I want answers. I want to know why God decided it was like a cool concept to create things this way. That's all I want. Outside of that, Jesus is Lord, bro. He's King of Kings. He's the creator of all at the end of the day. There's just certain questions that I have for my own life and my own little bubble that I'm living in over here. And I try to share those questions and thoughts to wake people's minds up so they can become free. To me, if God created Satan, then nothing matters the way we were taught it did. Right? I'm not going to go further into it. I'll stop where I stop, which is the question that I have, but I hear you loud and clear, bro. Loud and clear. Trust me. And that's your guys' doing with God at that point. Your guys' minds get to work and you start asking questions and you start realizing things and seeking God deeper, hopefully, and having more of a relationship and wondering and fasting and asking questions. And that's what it's all about, bro. And we can all have our own little opinions and shit like that we can throw out. But I hear you, bro. Trust me, I do. God did not see the Nephilim to happen. What do you mean? He designed all of it, bro. He's the creator of all. He says, I know the beginning to the end. I am the Alpha and Omega. The end and the beginning. I know all things. I see all things. I've designed all things, both light and dark. Sophia created Satan. Who created Sophia? I don't even know who that is, but you know what I mean? It's never ending. It all goes back to God. Everything. All of it. All of it goes back to God, bro. And if it doesn't, then we've been lied to. Right? If all of creation and all things, spiritual, physical, all things, don't go back to God, then we have been fucking lied to. We have completely been lied to, right? If you believe what the Bible says, then you know that he is the creator of all things. Like I said in the beginning, all this other stuff. So, yeah. Go watch Spider-Man. MJ's being a troll. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? The Giants built the pyramids playing blocks. Right. Who created the Giants? You think Satan created the Giants? No, Satan didn't even create himself. 500 Jesus Christ, I know they are ghosts that hunting old houses. We've been lied to about everything. Yeah. Yeah. That's my job here. That's my duty here. Whether people want to accept it or not, or like it or not, that's what I'm here to do. Laura Parks knows. Those are low-level demons. Yeah. If you believe in Lucifer, you have to believe in the Heavenly Father in Christ. Right. That's what I'm getting at, you know? It all goes back to God, bro. Everything. Everything. People only like, and we should think about the good things of God, right? Of course. We should think about all the great things that God has, you know, he's, bro, not only, okay, so he designed Lucifer and angels and all these evil things, right? But at the same time, he designed fucking babies and he designed animals, bro. He's designed water and fucking amazing landscapes and in our brains, bro. Like, you know, so it's, there's both, people just want to look at, they are, what is it, like, ignorance is bliss, right? When they don't want to think about, oh no, I don't, and they'll just call you the devil when you start bringing up the other side of things, right? You can focus on the good things of God, what you should do, but it's okay to have questions about the stuff that's happening here, right? It's okay to have questions about the evil. It's okay to wonder and try to understand God more and try to get, you know, a lot of people are just fucking sheeps though, bro. They don't have a brain. That's what I've learned in my years of experience. Like, I don't like to be mean or nothing, you know, but people just are fucking stupid, dude. People follow shit blindly all day long, bro. All kinds of concepts out here, all kinds of shit gets people caught up in not even questioning or wondering or thinking. They're on a program, bro. They've been injected with chemicals and fed all this bullshit their whole life and fucking groomed and all this other stuff, and so, yeah. Thanks for your prayers. They weren't evil at the beginning. Right. God designed them with free will. But he knew. Or, if he did not know, we have been lied to. If God did not know that these angels were going to be rebellious against him in the free will that he created, then that means he really isn't, he doesn't know all things. And that would be saying we're calling God a liar. See? So that's where I'm like, I don't know, bro. If he knew that he knew, he had to have known. Because if he didn't know, then okay, then everything we thought we knew about God is a lie. Because even in the free will concept of people having the choice to make, he knows all. Right? He knows all. So that you know, here to shatter reality and wake the brain up. Most people don't want that. And if you don't want it, leave. Because I'm the last person you want to talk to. They didn't get free will until Adam and Eve. Right, bro. It still doesn't answer the question, you know? I hear you, though. Y'all all got valid points in here, bro. At the end of the day, he's all-knowing. He knows what people are going to make a free will choice to do. He knows. And if he doesn't, then we've been lied to. Why the Romans killed all the Gnostics? I hear you. Maybe the Bible has been rewritten and manipulated by man. There's a potential, you know. That's a conclusion I've come to. He may still very well exist, but just not all powerful and knowing. We don't know. We just got to seek his face, bro. We got to have questions, you know. We got to continue to seek the truth. That's what we're here to do. Seeking the truth doesn't end at a church building and being told what to do by other fucking humans that don't understand things themselves. They just want to regurgitate information that's been passed down from their ancestors and all this other shit and the systems and all this, you know? We're here to seek the truth. And you don't stop until you die. Some people go deeper than others. Other people stop at a certain place. I'm the one that's not gonna fucking stop. You're gonna have to kill me. That's just how I've lived, and I will always live. I'll forever live that way. You're not gonna put a cap and a limit on my brain and the questions I have. You're not gonna be able to do it. That's all there is to it. They try every day for anyone in here who has a broad mind and thinks deep and questions things and seeks the truth and doesn't just fucking stop at a little, social hierarchy building to be accepted by other human beings, like I said, that take poops and they don't even know what's going on. They just claim they do because they've been given information that's been regurgitated. Or maybe they do know what's going on, but they don't have all the answers. They're humans. God is the one with all the answers, man. Most of the planet is, yeah, God sent us here to overcome the evil of the world. How that's going for you? Not good, bro. I don't think it's going too well for anyone right now, especially with what's going on. The ultimate evil of life and life after death that comes to mind of life is for a vessel to experience evil and nothing but, despite efforts to be found worthy, and still get sent to the pit. Wow, bro. I hear you. That's deep. They just take poops. Yeah, they do. I don't know. I just think, I don't know. I'm different, I'm autistic, guys. You guys got to give me a little leniency at times. And I don't mean to offend people or nothing like that. I really don't. It's just how I work, how my brain works, how my brain thinks, bro. How I look at things and how all this shit is. Like, people they're trapped. And they're trapped to be accepted usually. They don't want to stand against the grain. They don't want to do any of this stuff. They just want to be accepted by other things that take poops every day. And like I said, most people, nobody on earth really, like, you weren't here 200 years ago. You weren't here 500 years ago. You weren't here 1,000 years ago. You weren't here even 125 years ago. So most of y'all weren't here 60 years ago. All we know is what we've been given and has been regurgitated and potentially manipulated. Y'all make sure you pray for me, because when I start waking up the sheep, they get mad at me, but it's okay. When I start watching shit on the TV that makes $26.2 billion box office grossing, and it's part of my life that I actually go through and live every day, I get a little frustrated. So just hold $1 million and you can shut me up. Like I said, tough negotiator, and I'll remain that for all the people that may watch this. You want me to shut up and not wake your sheep up? Send me $1 million. It's not much money to you, and then I'll be able to live my little life humbly and quietly. Making Jesus happy simultaneously makes Satan angry. Keep up the good fight. Yeah, facts. You said Greeks follow demons. I hear you, bro. All the mythology, all of this shit is manipulated, man. You was here 200 years ago, idiot. You're being a troll, but all right, man. That's why I say the Bible was tampered with. We don't know. We don't know, man. We're all seeking the truth. My boy, 3 in a row. How you doing? I'm doing good, bro. I'm pretty doing well. No 3 in a row, bro. It's football season, yo. We'll dumb it down because we've been real deep for the first hour of this live. It's football season, bro. The 3 in a row ain't coming back around until next year if I'm still alive. If the whole earth isn't scorched or people are not getting their heads chopped off for their faith. But I've been doing all right, man. I've been doing all right. Yo, pray for me. Yeah, pray for me, bro. You know what's a good point? We need to pray for the truth tellers. You know that's some of your guys' testing that's going on? It happens to all of us. I get tested too. God will lead you to a truth speaker just to pray for them, and that's what he wants you to do for a couple weeks or months or years or whatever. And if, you got to think certain ways. But yeah, we all need prayers. Everybody needs prayers, man. Especially somebody who's speaking the truth the way that I do and others do. It's not hard to sit back and say a prayer for somebody. And sometimes God will lead you to people so you can do that, And a lot of people fail that test, which is sad because they claim to be Christian. They would rather debate before they pray, which is wild, But that's the flesh. That's it's the human. Nice shades. Thank you. You're on it. Thank you for your prayers. Greek in the Bible aligned with Hebrew equals Muslim. Rome in the Bible aligned with Hebrew equals Catholic. No one aligned with Egypt or did Israel, the Egyptian sun god. I hear you. Trust me, I go deep all the time. Everything that isn't God is an idol. Facts. Facts, bro. Big facts. That's why it's so hard for me to be on these platforms at times and speaking the way I do, because people get caught up, bro. They start idolizing. It's not our fault, though. You know what I mean? If you've ever been idolized or anything like that, or you've idolized others and stuff, like, it just tends to happen, bro. And that's definitely an issue, for real. What up, dude? You still up too? Them gang talkers been at it. Waiting for them to leave me alone so you can sleep. I feel you, dude. Just keep praying, bro, and ignoring these people. The Roman Pope helped write the Quran. I hear you. The Roman Empire. I had questions about that when I was like 10. I thought about the Roman Empire and how they could design religion and all these other things to make people come together so they can harness their energy and take their money. And I was asking these fucking questions at 10 years old, man, which is wild. I didn't even know what I was talking about back then at that time. I thought I did. Now I look back at it and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. You hate the flesh. Me too, bro. Me too. So much. So much, bro. I'll say a prayer for you right now. Any specific topics? Money. You know, I hate to be that way, but it's just the truth. Money, bro. Money so I don't become homeless. Money to fix the car. Money, 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 money to pay the bills. Money to fix my tooth. Money for this. Money for that. You know, and yeah, man, that's the main thing right now in my life, and it's just the reality, bro. And people get angry at it, but hey, I'm speaking the truth. You asked. You know, you asked, so that's what I need prayers for more than anything, bro. I think everybody does. They just don't want to talk about it. You know, I think everyone in here struggles with finances for the most part. It's 420 light up. No, I'm not smoking weed. I went to Catholic school until 8th grade. You always knew something wasn't right. I hear you. Can't unite what doesn't want to be united. I agree. 100%. Trust me. Paul said he did the things he didn't want to do. I just said that to God when I was washing dishes earlier. I was like, I know exactly what Paul feels like. Exactly what Paul feels like every day. I said that out loud while I was washing them shits. I'm like, Lord, I know exactly what Paul was saying, man. Yep. The more you draw closer to him, the more you're going to feel like Paul. In many different ways in his spaces that he, shared with us in the Bible. You can relate, talk about it with yourself. Yeah. Catholicism is hierarch. I don't know how to say that word. Like the military and police department. Yeah, religion, man. All, not even just religion. It's the whole concept of society. It's all fucking titles and labels and status and. Ew. If you're a Satanist, you're gonna get yours too. He hates everyone and everything, right? Facts. Elon Musk is setting the beast system, bro. So money's about to be the worst problem for those who won't take the mark once robots do all the work. Facts. Facts, bro. Big facts. That's why all this is happening. You have 32,000, 32K CC debt living with your mom. Hard to find a job, but you're rich in skills, health, and faith. That's beautiful, bro. And that's amazing you have your mom to rely on, That's awesome, bro. You feel like Joe? Yeah. Same. Most nowadays, everyone's main focus is hard to get conversation out of them if looking for mature age groups. Yeah, especially on the damn internet. I appreciate the real ones in here, yo. I really do. It's like the worst place to seek a real conversation out, but some of us is our only way to seek a conversation out, you know? But I appreciate the real ones. I do. All the churches pushing the agenda proves who they worship. Yeah, facts. But he that endured to the end shall be saved. Yep. That's what it's all about. The beast was Nero. Society is toxic like an acid bath. Yeah. The flesh is, man. The whole experience is. Pisses me off. I get angry. I'm like, God, why did you design it like this, dude? Come on, man. Could have designed, like he said, Dan said it perfect. He said it best. He said he could have designed this shit just to be chill, man. He could have. If he wanted to, he could have. Nobody could tell God different. He could have made this shit easy and simple and chill, you know? But he decided, no, that's not how I want it to go. Damn. Now we got babies getting eaten in traffic, you know? Fuck. Now we got CERN being, you know, like all this stuff's going on. Like, fuck, bro. It's out of hand. We're going to endure, brother, until those angels and God and Jesus come back. Yeah, facts, bro. And while you're enduring, that's my message in this one. While you're enduring, bro, ask the questions. Go deep. Seek the Lord. Seek the truth. Seek the truth. Not churches, not the traditional. Seek the motherfucking truth while you're enduring, bro. It is 100% okay. I don't care what nobody wants to tell you. You seek the truth at all times, bro. You ask a billion questions, and if nobody likes you after that, who cares? They're not going to. Even if you didn't have the questions, most people ain't gonna like you. So you might as well ask them, you know, and have conversations with people that maybe do gravitate towards you, you know, eventually. And now you know, like, that's the whole message, bro. That's right. Churches pushing jab. Yeah. Come out of all this stuff, bro. There were good societies in the old days that helped one another, but the money. Yep, facts. Yeah, little kids being fed to giants. Facts, bro. Yep. All designed by God, man. All designed by God. Went bankrupt and got school loans, and you squashed economic hardship, eventually dismissed. Well, that's a blessing that you got some of your shit dealt with and handled. Money is a big problem for most people in the truth. Believe God made life a chill, a human being that complicated things. Yes and no, bro. Right? Yes and no. You have to understand, humans aren't the only creation. There's fucking spirits, bro. There's Lucifer. You know, there's wicked, evil things, bro. So I hear you. I hear you. It's not that I don't, but like, humans aren't the only creation. Most people don't even believe there's other creations because they can't see them. You know, most humans just believe that it's just what they see, the physical shit. That's why the ones that can see, eyes to see, ears to hear, the ones that's really tapped in tune and understand, they don't like us. He gave us the world. He gave the world to Satan. We are to humble Satan. It's not easy, but God is there for us. If that's what you think we're here to do, okay, I hear you, bro. Do you think the mark of the beast is almost here? Yeah, for sure, bro. 100%. Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. Less than 5 years, bro. Less than 5 years, man. Everyone at every financial bracket is living one paycheck away from devastation. Facts. Big facts, bro. The white picket fences. Yeah. Is this a Christian channel? You get to decide what this channel is. You get to decide. That's the beautiful part about this channel. I'm just a guy. Like, I'm a guy that speaks about all kinds of stuff. We talk about all kinds of shit. We talk about movies, we talk about God, we talk about sports at times, we talk about all kinds of stuff. Narcissist shit. We talk about everything over here. But you get to decide that. If you want to slap the label, like you want to put it like, okay, this guy right here is a Christian channel, then yeah, if that's what you want to see it as, or you can see it however you want to view it. I don't want money. I don't want anything to do with the spirit of mammon. I hear you, bro. I like money for one reason. To keep my health intact, my mind intact, and my body intact. Because unfortunately, they've created this place in order, that's what you need to be healthy. I've been without money, bro, and I've been so fucking unhealthy. It wasn't even funny how unhealthy I was. You know, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, just completely unhealthy, bro. I hate that's just how it goes here, though, bro. You know, I've lived without money, bro. It's fucking, I was on my, close to death, bro. Very close to death, plenty of times. Society is also so far removed from nature. I realize more and more. Yeah, tech weapons. Yeah, should not exist. Yeah, bro. Facts. You'll subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Lots of subliminal messaging for the mark of the beast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Facts. Y'all just know Jesus, man. Who cares what they pushing? Who cares what they doing? Yeah, they want you constantly stressed. They don't like when you rest. They don't like when you're at peace. They need your energy at all times. They want your attention. They want you worried. They want you fucking fearful. They want you angry. They want you fighting. They want you debating. They want you working your ass off. They want you not thinking, right? That's what somebody said earlier. Just not thinking, not having open discussions, not talking to God, not, Yeah, bro. Want a tech thing that boosts the growth of trees or something? Right? You see what I'm saying? It's all about the posturing, bro, of the heart. Bro, watch Spider-Man. Watch fucking Spider-Man, Dan. You already seen it. You already seen it, right? Bro, there's a scene in the movie where that starts to that starts to happen, where they had that discussion where they're like, these powers can be utilized. You see? It's all about what you're deciding to do, bro, with the power you've been given and gifted. Yeah, why not? Because people are fucking demented and evil. That's why. Care credit is a health credit card. Is how you got your tooth fixed. Thank you for the information. I appreciate it. I really do. I need to get this bitch out. The abscess it was swollen earlier, like really bad. It's pissing me off. But thank you for the information. Yeah, stress is death. More more money. Yep. All of this stuff is not going to be a thing anymore, though, Like I said, yo. All of these concepts and all of this stuff that's gone on for hundreds and hundreds of years, it's all going to go away. All of it. Everything that has been, everything. It's just sad how it's gonna happen, you know. So it's saying once not thinking, yeah, facts. Notice the moment you start enjoying yourself, some BS happens every time, bro. Every time. What? So they don't even want you fucking sleeping, bro. If you know, you know, bro. That's how you don't even gotta be enjoying yourself, bro. They don't even want you fucking sleeping, which is a necessity for your brain to work properly, for your whole entire like. This shit is evil, evil, bro. Very, very wicked, very, very evil, bro. And people will say, "Oh, that's just demons." Yeah, that's demons, but you know that there's people too that don't want you sleeping. Not just demons. There's people. They're known as narcissists. They're fucking more demon than a demon is. If you know, you know. You've ever had an encounter with one, you've ever had to deal with one at any point in your life? Yep. Them things are more demonic than demons are, bro. Which is crazy to even, like think about. It's weird as fuck. If you're really into art and video games and even music, I highly recommend looking into Final Fantasy. Is one of the most beautiful game genres. Bro, I know about Final Fantasy. A lot of people around me played that growing up. I never played it though, bro. I definitely want to get me a game console, man, because I know the games and like I said, the movies, all of this shit has the truth all throughout it, bro. Um, I know about Final Fantasy. I just never got in. I never played it. I was around people who were playing it. I just, I know it was a big thing back in the day, bro. I was just asleep. I didn't really care about, Used to encourage people not to discuss religion or politics, the road to madness, they said. Now they divide us by race, age, religion, politics, so we fight each other. Yeah, that's all it's about. The flesh. It's all flesh. If you don't know the spirit, if you don't understand the spirit, you can't come. I mean, anyone that doesn't, you can't. People are always gonna get caught up in the flesh. Always. That's how it's designed. That's the number one thing they don't want people to awaken to is the spiritual reality that's surrounding us every day, and that even us as beings. They don't even want you to wake up to that concept, which is wild. Want you fighting over the pigmentation of your fucking skin before you discuss anything spiritual, which is sad. But yeah, it's gone on for far too long, and unfortunately, it's going to continue to go on. Hell yeah, I agree, bro. Eat healthy and pray over your food. Take a multivitamin every morning with clean water. Yep. You can't find clean water no more, really, but I hear you. You was playing Final Fantasy today. It's so massive. Everyone with gifts is enslaved is deep. Damn, bro. I need to get me a fucking console, bro. I'll get on the game with y'all, man. For the gamers out there that be playing this shit, I'll get on the game with y'all. I don't know if you can run a story together or whatever it is. I would love to be able to do that, bro. Now that I'm awake, now that I see things and I'm like, I see what it is and shit. Or even if I just do it in my own time, bro. Like, I haven't had a console in so long, man. And even when I did have a console, I was just playing stupid ass games, like Mario Kart, football. I never got into like the story mode games and stuff like that. I know there's a lot of fucking truth in them though. There's no such thing as healthy food. Yeah, facts. Cool tats, thanks. I appreciate it. Play Rebirth, game is magic and art bled into a screen. That's fire. That's why we do countries we hate. Net and Yahoo. I hear you. I'm a little slow at times. I had to read that, and I didn't know what you was talking about at first. I lose brain cells trying to comprehend racism. Why the fuck would one hate another for a skin color they didn't even choose to begin with? Yeah, bro. Trust me, I'm right there with you, bro. That shit drives me up a wall. I've been going through that since I was a kid, though, Yeah, that shit is the most low vibrational thing in the world, man. Recall on raw beef now? Yeah. You still got the PS2? Playing Crash Bandicoot? That's fire, though. That's dope. I don't even got the PS2. I have an emulator where I can play the Nintendo, what is it, GameCube? I guess there's some shit on there I can find. I want the damn PS5. You think I beat Jesus at Mario Kart? Nah, bro, Jesus waxing me at Mario Kart, bro. Shit, half of y'all in here is gonna beat me at Mario Kart. Jesus definitely gonna get the W. I ain't gonna be able to beat Jesus at Mario Kart. Ain't no way, bro. Hell no. You haven't played that? Sorry, the internet come around. I got another controller. Nah, I appreciate you though. I don't want to be in anybody's physical presence. It's too scary. Way too scary. Especially after you get punched in the face and knives pulled on you and all this other shit. I'm fucking traumatized for the rest of my life. I don't think you would do that. Not, like I'm saying, I just got PTSD. Break the Matrix and buy a console? Thanks, bro. Bro, I looked at bro. These consoles are fucking crazy. Bitch. You just gotta have an extra $1,000 at this point to throw at games in a console. Like, I hope that I'm able to do that eventually, though. And if I do, I'll share all the information for the gamers, bro. You just randomly woke up. It's 4:30. Where you at? Oh, shit. Don't touch me. Nope. I replayed Spyro. Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage recently, though. That's fire. I played Spyro growing up. I was PlayStation. I never went to Xbox. I was always PlayStation, bro. Spyro was the shit. I just don't remember a lot of stuff, I've been through too much shit. I would have to really sit and think deeply about all this stuff in the childhood with the games and all this stuff, man. Can't even remember fucking 2 weeks ago. With all the shit I endure every day. Extra stack of cheese laying around? Yeah, bro. You gotta have a grand to fucking throw at a system and all the games you want and all the little fucking things it comes with. Don't you gotta pay to go online? Is that still a thing, y'all, for anyone who has like a newer console? You gotta pay monthly and shit, which is crazy. Yeah, you gotta be rich, bro. Maybe not rich, but fuck around, have $1,000. I can do a billion different things with that. I can't think about buying a console yet. I wish. All right, y'all. It's late as shit. I'm off of here. Appreciate y'all for keeping me company for a little bit. Go watch fucking Spider-Man. Okay. If you've ever been through anything in life and you're awake, it's a must-watch, mandatory. Even if you don't watch all the superheroes, no, watch that one. Okay. Watch it. And if you gotta pause it like I did and scream and yell and all this other stuff, do that, you know. And I love y'all for the real ones out there. I love y'all for the fake ones. And I'm praying for everybody. Pray for me. Blessings, bro. I'll be on later tomorrow, whatever. I got a video. Oh. I got 70 here. Yeah, so I got a music video dropping tomorrow. Um, I'm trying to continue to put out songs on the album that I created for y'all, for the ones that like the music. So I got a music video dropping tomorrow. Nothing crazy. I film everything on the phone, y'all know. But new music tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow night, maybe 7 o'clock, something like that. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully you guys listen to it and enjoy it. And I appreciate y'all again. Hidden Hills 4 for paintings. Spotify for music. Apple for music. And I'm off of this bitch. Hopefully y'all can get some sleep. I'm out.